The cure for men going their own way and feminism. Hi, I'm Jay, EscobarJ.com. Today, we're going to be talking about, again, the cure to MGTOW and feminism. And I did a recent video where I explained what exactly red pill awareness is, the matrix, if you will, and MGTOW, men going their own way. And if you haven't checked out that first video, I explained the process. I explain it more in detail. I'll go ahead and post the link to that video down in the description. But the cure for men going their own way, MGTOW, and feminism, and everything else in between, and even more extreme, like men's rights activists, the answer, there's several answers, and I'm going to go over them in like a 2 or 3 video part series. And today, the first answer is love. And you may be, that may have thrown you off. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Maybe you're looking for a more analytical or more solid type of answer, but this is actually the true answer. Because you see, when you bring love to the presence of hate, hate disappears. When a child asks or says to a parent, "I hate you, mom. I hate you, dad," you don't say back to that child, "Oh, well, you hate me. Well, I hate you even more than you hate me. What do you think about that?" Right? You don't do that. Instead, you bring love to the presence of that hatred, and that hatred will eventually disappear. And if you notice in nature or in life with people that you know, positivity always defeats negativity. So if you notice when somebody has a positive attitude, even in the most difficult of circumstances, that person radiates, they stand out, they look like a leader, they magnetize, and they attract others and give others permission to be like them. You always notice when you're around somebody who's positive, you always feel good around being with them. And it's because positivity always defeats negativity. So how does this relate to MGTOW and feminism? Well, if both parties came together and just accepted each other's points and listen to each other's point of view, just like in politics, right? You have the leftists, you have the right winged, and it seems like there's a war going on between both parties and that nobody can agree on anything. But if the reality of it is we're all human beings, we're all here in this life together, we're all in the same state, or not same state, excuse me, we're all in the same country, we're all part of the same union, we're all part of the same, we're all under the same flag. We're all human beings. We all have spirits. We all have souls. We all have needs, right? And getting caught up in the fine details of this versus that and right wing versus left wing is just asking for trouble. And if you come to that argument, or if you come to that debate or topic with hostility, you're going to get more hostility. You're going to get more hate. And hate plus hate is more hate. Same thing with MGTOW and feminism, right? Feminists, are to the point to where they're trying to take over the world, maybe, and MGTOW are just a bunch of hurt guys who don't want to put themselves back out there because they're so hurt and they don't have the energy or desire to put up with women anymore because of their hurt feelings. So they close off, they close up, and decide and feel like it's better to just not have anything to do with yet members of the opposite sex. But you bring light to the presence of darkness. Stars, if you look at the universe, stars are what light the universe and create life. Light is where the magic is. And the other thing is when you bring courage to fear, fear dissolves. You notice if you feel afraid to do something, like for example, if you decide to approach a drop dead gorgeous woman, what you'll notice is that even if you get rejected, even if you don't get her number, or things don't go according to plan, after the conversation or after the interaction is over, you still feel confident. You still feel like a man. You feel very masculine. You still feel like you're living at your edge. And you still feel like you did everything in your power, right? And that's okay. It's a learning process. And so when you bring that courage to when you feel fear, the fear goes away. And all these concepts apply to men going their own way and feminism. If both parties or both sides were to just accept each other, because the reality of it is we need each other, right? Men and women need each other. Women can't procreate without men, and men can't procreate without women. That's a fact of life. It's a dichotomy. And I'm going to get to more dichotomies in a later video on this topic of another cure for MGTOW feminism. But I just wanted to shoot out good, positive vibes for this area. And now keep in mind, just because love is an answer to MGTOW and feminism and the conflicts between both sides, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't use factual and connect certain dots and be smart about your dating life and about what you're learning about members of the opposite sex. And that's why I recommend you learn red pill awareness if you're a guy. And if you're a woman, you also learn red pill awareness. And so that you understand, because really in the reality, the grand scheme of things, men who adopt red pill awareness, who are quote unquote unplugged from the matrix, if you will, really that's what women want. Women want a man they can feel safe with. They want a man who will take lead and direct the relationship to where he wants it to go. And I don't mean just men and women. I guess I'm more talking about masculine and feminine energy, because this applies to if you're gay, lesbian, straight, transgender, you know, pansexual, transsexual, whatever the sexuals are now. There's so many these days, it's hard to keep track of. But it applies to masculine and feminine energy, right? The masculine energy is in charge of the direction of the relationship, mission, purpose, succeeding, breaking through barriers. And feminine energy is about opening up to receive love, connecting, bonding. And so really by learning by learning and unplugging from the matrix, or blue pill awareness, if you will, by taking the red pill and educating yourself and learning about what women want, or what feminine energy is after and desires, and what masculinity is after and desires. Once you have a good understanding of both, you can use those, I don't want to say tactics, or I guess you could say tactics, strategies. You could use these to help improve yourself and improve your dating life and really land the person that you really want to be with, right? Whether you believe that you should be in a monogamous relationship with them or not, or play the field, spin plates, if you will, right? And whatever it is that you are desiring, it's just good to have more knowledge in general, because the more knowledge you have, the more you can apply specific said knowledge. And the more you apply that knowledge, the better you become and the more you grow. And that's really the whole point of life, is to learn and grow and become the best versions of ourselves. So that being said, hope you enjoyed this video. If you weren't expecting that answer, or if you think that's a lame answer, comment down below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on this topic. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you never miss any time I release another video. I'm going to be doing a couple other videos on this topic of the more cures to MGTOW and feminism and how we can come together. And that being said, share this with any of your friends and family. If you have feminist friends or MGTOW friends, share this video with them, see what their thoughts are, see what they think about it, have them post in the comments and see where this conversation goes. That being said, I hope you're always learning, always growing, and always pushing forward. And I'll see you in the next video.